work this morning. What's on our list of things to do today? A couple things. One is going to be building a shelf above our toilet down here. We don't need all this empty space to use the toilet. It just slides out, so we're going to be building a shelf above here so we can, you know, put, I don't know, whatever we need to put in there. Maybe we'll put toilet things in there, because when the toilet comes out, we can access the shelf. Yesterday, we ran this wire right here. This is our inverter power wire. This goes all along the back and connects to our inverter junction box, which it's a little dark back there, but it's up in this corner. And installed an outlet here, and this is for our Instant Pot. So when we travel down the road, the Instant Pot can sit in the sink and still plug in to that. We can cook dinner, make yogurt, do whatever we need to do as we're driving down the road with the Instant Pot. So today's definitely shelf day there. Might work on the shelf above the water jugs. There are a couple things I need to look into. The water pump works great, sort of. When it cycles through, at the end of the cycle, you know, it clicks on, then winds down and shuts off. At the end of that cycle, our ceiling lights flicker. Why would they flicker? We're on two completely different circuits. My thought is it's a grounding issue, so I need to look into that. And it has a little problem staying primed when we trickle the water. So that could be an accumulator issue. Maybe I need to add a little more pressure to the accumulator, so I have to look into that. Normally it would just, with a decent little trickle of water with the accumulator, the pump should still actively kick on and just brrr, and then wait a little while and just brrr, and it just keep the pressure up, but it's not doing that. So could be a pressure issue in the accumulator. A couple things to troubleshoot there, and some work today. So it's getting a little late in the morning. We had a little late start, but it's not quite hot yet. We've got our sunscreens in the windows. We got our dog on the seat. We've got everything opened up. There's a breeze coming in. We should be good for a while. Oh, we got our new screen in. This dang screen with, we have taped all the holes in the screen. We've put screwdrivers through the screen coming in and out of here. This has lasted us a year. This is just one of those magnets together that you buy for your house. Same thing with the back one. It's just one of those ones you buy for your house, for your screen door in your house. And we Velcroed it around. It's worked great, but we've beat the heck out of it over the last year, so we have a new one. So when we're done working, before we take off on our next trip, we're going to replace it with a brand new one, because this is looking pretty darn bad. It's more taped parts than screen, and places we have to tape that we haven't yet. So that's going to get replaced too. But anyhow, there's a nice breeze coming in here today. I think Bailey will be okay. Will you be okay today? Will you be okay? Yeah, I think I'll be okay. I'll be okay. We had a fun morning. We played with the squirrel. She hasn't eaten her breakfast yet, but we had a fun morning. Okay, let's get to work. What are we doing at 9 o'clock at night? We're putting a shelf in. Putting some brackets in under here. Sherry's contorting her body. You need the screw? Getting this shelf in above the toilet. Get one side secured in. We've got the other side with several screws in, holding it in place. We will finish that off as soon as this side is done. Get all the screws in, and we'll be good to go. We'll have a shelf above the toilet. I ran bleach through one of the little water in one of the jugs into the pump here. Realized we didn't do the sanitizing process. So I ran bleach through that, so I'll be able to let the pump run and get the bleach water out of the hoses. What else? Oops, that's gonna go in crooked. That's gonna go in crooked. That's way crooked. All right, we'll let you go. We're putting a shelf in at 9 o'clock at night. At least it's not sweaty hot. While Sherry's under the cabinet tightening up the screws, hand tightening everything, we've got a shelf installed. That's nice. I'll show you what we did here with the toilet shelf. This is the bottom of it. We had some carpet tread that we used earlier in another project, and we glued it on, cut it in half. This is a one full stair tread cut in half. Glued it onto the underside of our board here, so it can slide in and out of the its little cubby there on the floor. And this board, this will go in this way. Let's see, will it go in that way? Yeah, this will go in that way. And the toilet fits right inside here, inside these braces. So we have a handle right here. This little stub acts as a brace for the toilet to not slide around, as do all of these bits here, and also acts as a handle for us to grab and slide the toilet sideways out of its cubby here. Like Sherry said, which is temporary until we get a drawer base built that will be in there. Then it will just be on a drawer slide. So as soon as she's out of the hole there, we'll show you how that works. All right, well, there's the toilet in its little bracket. So all we've got to do, it's a little snug, so we just have to, wow, 9:30 at night. Wordle. So, yeah, square it up. So, yeah, so this will slide pretty easily on the floor. Oh, so it just goes in like that, into its hole, like so. Eventually it'll be a drawer with its own door or something on it. And then to pull it out, you just grab here, and slide it straight out, and bingo. Use your toilet. You can use the toilet. And then you'll slide back in. It's a little tight. Square it up, fit it in there, but that's it. Shelf is in place. Looks good. Good job, Sherry. We're getting there, making progress. What are we doing in the 105-degree heat? Well, we're working early. Then this is going to be whitewashed out here, actually, because
yep,
Sherry is in.
I'm in the garage.
The garage, and we're backed up to the storage unit. We're putting our shelf on today. I should actually be on that side, filming this way, to actually see what we're doing.
Okay.
Anyway, here's our water jugs. Our water jugs are in here just fine. I've got to cut the tube shorter. I wanted to make sure I had enough length of that to work, and it does. It works great. I'm going to put a 90-degree on here so this goes straight down. It doesn't need to come out and have stress on this point right here. Cut the tube shorter, get a shutoff for here, so when I disconnect, I can shut it off so the water doesn't backflow out of here. Were you gonna say something?
Do you want me to hold the camera on this side?
Sure. Yeah, I don't know what it'll look like, but look good? Looks beautiful. So today we're putting this board up. This is our shelf, our temporary half-inch board. And I think this truly is temporary because it is only half-inch and it doesn't allow the support we want it to have ultimately. This will just get us by for the next trip. But we need something here. It's going to add extra storage up here for, I don't know,
whatever we have, all the things.
Dirty laundry bags, shoes,
extra dog
cereal,
pillows and
dog
blankets.
Pillows. I don't know what's going to go up here. So yeah, this is truly temporary. So we're just basically going to very lightly glue and brad nail to tack this in place while we travel for this next trip. And I think we're also going to build some kind of a wall like we did for this here. I think we're going to build a low something to just tack on top of this to keep stuff from moving around. And it is going to be 105.
You look like you're having a play or something.
Puppet show?
A little puppet show. Yeah. That's what you're doing, a puppet show. It's our puppet. It's a traveling puppet show.
That's what it is. Get your kids in the van. We have candy.
Yeah.
What was I saying? What was I saying?
Sorry, I derailed you. Oh, putting up a wall and just so some bracing so stuff doesn't go flying all over.
Yeah, because this is truly a temporary deal.
So I think eventually our vision is 3/4 inch, and then with piece of unistrut coming up on either
however far apart we determine.
either side here, and that we have a wall, we box it in, and then we have proper storage.
Yeah, and then we have the unistrut to allow us to attach things to.
On the garage side.
So, okay,
I think that's the long-term goal.
Very light glue, go easy on the brad nails to tack it in, just to keep it in place while we travel.
This isn't a bunk bed.
Oh, that's what I was saying. It could be a bunk bed for a cat.
For what?
For a cat.
For a cat?
Miss Kitty.
Miss Kitty.
That's what I was gonna say. It is truly going to be 105 degrees today. It's already 80 something, and it's 9 o'clock in the morning. The breeze is like being in an air fryer. It's hot. So we want to get this done and get into air conditioning soon, because Bailey is okay right now, but you know,
I don't know if I can see her.
give her an hour.
Yeah.
So all right, get this done. I mentioned a little earlier that we were troubleshooting a couple things with our plumbing system. First was that when the pump would cycle down and turn off, our overhead lights would flicker. I thought it was a grounding issue, and I was correct on that. It was a grounding issue. Let me show you what I did. So the water pump comes in at this fuse right here. This would be the water pump right here. It says water pump. So the water pump comes in here. Everything in the fuse block is grounded to their corresponding grounds up here, and the fuse block itself right here is grounded to the van. Well, I needed to give the water pump its own ground, so I grounded it separately, so it's not grounded in this whole block here. That took care of the flickering light problem, just giving it its own ground. This is all temporary until the whole wiring system is complete, and then I will clean everything up and do everything much neater, tighter, properly connected. I know you see some little tape. You know, there's some tape on some of these, there's some connectors on some without tape, and so it'll all be done properly when we're done. This is just part of the process of doing it. The second thing that I was looking into with the water system was the pump not keeping pressure, and I still haven't completely figured out why. It does seem to suck a little air through the lines at times, and I think that might be an issue with the hose is too long. I haven't cut the hose to its exact length yet, so it has rather than being just a straight-on connection into the quick disconnect, it has some pressure on it. It pulls downward, so it kind of tweaks that connection a little bit, and it allows air to get in. So I think that might be part of what the problem is. That, and I need to put a 90-degree elbow at this point here, right here, where it connects after or before the strainer. I need to get a 90-degree elbow there just to make this go straight down, so it doesn't have this bend and pressure there as well. So I'm pretty sure I figured out both of the plumbing issues. Definitely the one, which was an electrical issue more than a plumbing issue. It's hotter than heck out here today. We're taking a break at a friend's house in the air conditioning, and I'm taking advantage of that and using some internet. This morning we did get this shelf installed on top of our water container here, so we've got a shelf ready to utilize. We're going to build some sides for it, so that things don't go flying sideways into our batteries or into our water pump. And then I don't know if we're going to build a full back or just kind of put some, run some 1x3s or something along the back so things don't come flying this way as we drive. Not quite sure yet. It'll all be temporary, whatever we do, because this is going to be replaced next year with a 3/4 inch thick board. This is only 1/2 inch, and it's not very, very sturdy. We want to make sure that it's pretty solid. So we got that in this morning before it got too hot. It's going to be 115 115. It's gonna be 105 today. God, it feels like 115. My brain is fried. So I just wanted to update you on those couple things there, because I know I did mention earlier that we were troubleshooting those things. I'm gonna go back in the air-conditioned house. I think you can probably hear it humming in the background. It's nice and cool in there. So thank you, Leslie and Larry, for letting us use your house today.